There with a huge 360 coming up fakie. It's much more difficult than it looks because you cannot see the landing.
Definitely should be a higher scoring run than his first.
Here, coming up with tons of speed. Here's what he does best, the mini ramp tricks, the nice grind, bringing it around backwards, and then up over the sub box, total control, grabbing the feet, adding the style.
Budnick does improve, 70.2, currently in second. Remember, we'll throw out the worst and keep the best to judge the finals. To the top of the street we go again. A little different kind of start. Josh Petty, little false start.
Let's hear it for him.
And right into the rail. That's called a UFO, frontside UFO, which means he brings his knees together, cants his feet.
Trouble on the opposite end of the course. And he takes a little different line this time. Coming right out of the start gate, he goes for the sub box first instead of the big air.
Josh, somebody who is very accustomed to being in the winner's seat, having won the first event of the year. Just skating with so much speed. There, a different use of the sub box, coming up, stalling, and then going back down the opposite direction. One of the things the judges look for is line, how you use the entire course. He's changed it up quite a bit. First starting with the rail grind. There, a little invert, just throwing a whole different group of tricks.
Last trick for time. Nicely done for Josh Petty. Winded, but a good performance.
Here's another look at the frontside UFO. Canting the feet, and then he goes sprinting off of the end of it. Then a fast plant to a fish brain grind. Very technical.
Petty improves on score, improves on position, currently in fourth. Now Neil Seymour, he needs just over 80.41 to move into the lead and take it from Matt Salerno.
Neil skating with a lot of speed, starting to run off exactly like the first one with the stale grab 540. There's the wall ride with a huge leap up and over the rail. One of the little things, the subtler things that the judges like to see.
Such great skating style. He's kind of gotten used to winning this year. He's got 2 good wins under his belt so far. Talked about adding a third here in New York City.
Very nice locking on the side, the top of the boot. These grinds, sometimes you can't tell. It's very subtle, but they are so difficult. Getting on the side of the boot, landing right on the rail. If you miss, even by an inch, it's sort of devastation. You go down so hard.
He elects to go around the sub box, but a great transition at the north end of the course.
And the only trick he didn't land was that last one. And time was running out. Here's the wall ride with the big leap over the rail. And then a creative line going from box to box, transferring onto the other rail.
Neil Seymour, who never quit during the run in the 90-degree heat, currently in third. Great score, 70.0.
Rollerblade has 3 great new skates for aggressive skaters. This is called the Dirk. The skate is full of replaceable parts on it for that aggressive skater out there. It has a replaceable frame, which comes right off as the skaters wear through them and grind them really hard. We have a great new cuff on here. It's an asymmetrical cuff, so it allows them to do a lot of different tricks they couldn't do in the past. And then in addition to that, we have this double wide fat wing in the back of the skate here for hooking onto rails. It's an excellent skate for any aggressive skater. This is our CI5 model. Put a larger wheel on it. It has a 58mm wheel on it. And also comes with a different H-block on it for grinding as well. It also comes with a Cool Max liner to help keep that foot dry. This is our signature skate here. This is called the Edwards Daytona. It's named after Chris Edwards, who had a lot to do with the development of this skate. The Edwards Daytona comes, you'll notice, without wheels, but it comes with all the bearings and spacers and everything you need to mix and match to come up with your own custom setup. Chris Edwards is an extremely versatile skater, so he has different setups for the different types of skating that he's doing. We wanted to offer that in this skate as well. We have an all-new all-terrain segment. The skate name is Coyote. The skate is an unbelievable skate that skates at all kinds of terrain, which opens up new venues that we've never had in the past. Now, wherever you can take a mountain bike, yes, you can take a skate as well. Rollerblade had a great time developing these skates and working with the skaters to come up with all these new innovations.
When we come back, rollerblade rider and current leader Matt Salerno will have a chance to sew it up here in New York.
Watch. Varsity football player approaching, looking for the perfect shoe to work out in. Nike Air backfield and the warm-up suit. Cross-country runner just outside, looking for a shoe to help him letter. Adidas Oswego with shirt and shorts. Giddy up. This just in. Basketball players still 2 weeks away. Thinking about a state championship? Gonna want a shoe that'll take them all the way. Reebok New Hawk.
Our people at Foot Locker are so good at getting you into exactly the right shoes, it's uncanny.
What is it now? You're on my foot.
Get it right at Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Hello. Hello. Queen of England here, spokesperson for MLS. Couldn't help noticing the 11 on your jersey. Are you a Preki fan by chance?
Preki's a god.
Yeah, Preki's a god.
Oh, to be sure. What culinary delights do we have on the griddle today?
Burgers?
Yeah, you want one?
No, I'm partial to Scottish salmon. A bit like my husband, you know. Rather bony, but definitely worth the work. Ha, 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 ha. Carry on. Go Wizards!
Yeah, go Wizards!
Go Wizards!
Hi again, everyone, from New York City, Riverside Park on the Hudson River. Matt Salerno has led it from the start. Injured at the X Games, a win a week ago, looking to put together a streak.
And they're starting with something different. Matt's got so much talent that in his 2 runs, he doesn't like repeating the run at all. He feels he has enough tricks to get through 2 runs with complete unique tricks.
Maybe at practice I might have thought out my first couple of tricks, but I don't know, other than that, it just comes together, I guess, after you have, your first run. You sort of get worked out on how the run works, because in practice you got a lot of people to dodge.
You hear the accent. Salerno, Australian, spends much of the year traveling abroad here in the United States and Europe, competing.
In his first run, he did the big Royale down the rail there with the Unity. And you'll notice his hand keeps going up because he's doing so many tricks unnatural. Very nice. Grabbing off of the rail. Just adding a little bit of style, a little bit of difficulty.
No question, Salerno is on today. And at this point, we got 1 skater to go, but it's going to be tough to knock Salerno out of that top spot.
Here he comes up, does a fast plant, 360s around, and it was all done unnaturally toward his opposite direction. And there, beautiful grind, getting super technical. Here's another one, jumping up in the air, reaching around, grabbing the feet.
Salerno again outdistancing the field when it comes to scores, 79.4, still in first place. But there's one more guy to come, B.J. Campbell. He'll have a shot at the top in a moment.
1-800-COLLECT presents Max Jerome, Private Eye.
Now what are we gonna do?
Better call the beach house. Tell them we're gonna be late.
Hey, you could save up to 44% if you dialed 1-800-COLLECT.
44%? You're kidding.
No, I'm not. It's easy. See?
You better listen to the brother. You're gonna need that 44% when you get my bill.
Any Joe will tell you, 1-800-COLLECT is the easy way to save up to 44%.
If it were a guy's world, this would be your 9 to 5. Having kids wouldn't slow you down a bit. And you'd be so cool, you'd never sweat. But in the real world, guys sweat 40% more than women. Guys need the protection of Speed Stick Antiperspirant. Protection from sweat and odor that never quits. In this world, or the world where every day is Saturday. Speed Stick. Protection just for the guys.
The WNBA semifinals, Thursday at 7:30 and 9:30 on ESPN.
D3 is presented by Rollerblade, fighting for freedom, justice, and a really dialed ride. And in part by 1-800-COLLECT, the way we call collect today. And by Speed Stick Gel. It's unbeatable gel protection just for the guys.
One more competitor to go in the men's street finals here in New York. Salerno still the leader, a commanding lead. Budnick, Seymour second and third. But you got to wonder if this young man from Portland, B.J. Campbell, can come up with a whopper of a run. He's lost the shirt to get streamlined for speed.
And there with a very new school trick. It's called a fly fish 360, throwing his foot out front. Oh, very nice. The grind into a mono roll, landing on one foot.
Sneaks in the grab right there at the end as well.
They're going for the grind, not locking on.
He's at the north end of the course. Take a moment to get set up.
Transferring up and over the box the opposite direction. Adding a little creativity to the run.
Drops it in with speed.
Center of the course. Misty flip over the box.
Right into the grind. This run very similar to the first run. And he finishes exactly like he does in the first run. Here's the fly fish poking out the right foot, spinning around, then into the grind. Lots of control, concentration, and then up on one foot, coming down backwards. Then the big spin, what he does best, the Misty flip.
Campbell, great performance. Won't get him first, but he does come in second. And Matt Salerno, no huge surprise, but the Aussie a winner here in New York City, the men's street final for inline. We talked to our winner, who many feel might be the best in the world.
No, I'm not. You don't know who's out there in this big world of ours, but, you know, I'm just here, I'm skating, I'm having fun, you know. I'm flattered that they think that, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know, have fun, skate and have fun, that's it. That's all there's to it.
After 7 events on the ASA Pro Tour, it sure does look like consistency is the key to keeping on this leaderboard.
That's right. B.J. Campbell and Neil Seymour both placing well, both high up on the leaderboard, as well as Josh Petty, Dion Anthony, and the crew.
Next time we talk to you, Matt Salerno just might be there. The ASA Pro Tour, September 26th, moves from the street culture of New York to the beach culture of Southern California. Seal Beach. Best riders in the world will be there. We'll look forward to seeing you